the stream, right? There we go. Okay. It's a 14, not 17. Because I'm just bad. Sure, we'll leave that there because I already messed up. And then, yeah, we'll leave that category as is. And then we should be nice and online. Alright, welcome everyone. I'm alive, probably. I like to think so, at least. And then let's pop this over on Twitch. Make sure we have that open, because inevitably we're going to have to ban a bot that just decides to show up, because they always do. Which is interesting. They used to come up on YouTube as well, but they kind of stopped, which I'm not going to complain about at all. I am happy being bot free. I hate bots. Really worse than ChatGPT. But yeah, as I was trying to say before I realized I wasn't streaming, yeah, I went snowboarding yesterday for the first time for the season, and I actually held my balance, which made me very, very happy. I was not expecting to whatsoever. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. My body is beyond sore. My neck feels like it's gonna rip off, but that's pretty normal. So let's get started. Back up and started with, yeah, this. Alright, so we have directional movement. We are not far along, but that's because I didn't do anything yesterday. But we have WASD movement. Let's add a light to the world, because I'd like to be able to see something. So let's add a light node. Omnilight, such as a bulb or a candle, spotlight or a lantern. Let's add some world light. And then let's get a world environment in too. And then that way we can go ahead and just create some ambiance. This directional light, why are you not behaving? No, it's because you're facing horizontally. Yeah, how about you face how you're supposed to? Thank you. I think we'll just leave everything. So if we run, everything exists. Kind of a cringe floor texture, but hey, that's what it's there for. Alright, so next we gotta add, I thought we had mouse control, but I guess not. We got WASD working in any direction, effectively. That's where I find out it completely breaks. Mouse control. Oh, did I just like set it to a random button like space? What did I do for mouse activate? Oh, it's left mouse button. I don't remember what I did. I don't think I have anything set up for this, do I? This kind of feels cringe. I don't think this quite feels right. VSync is on. I hate VSync. VSync feels weird. I never liked VSync. VSync is bad. I don't care anybody who says VSync is good. They are wrong. Yeah, this shouldn't be on the physics process then. Alright, yeah, that feels much better. So we have to go ahead and lock the mouse as well. So how do we do that here in Godot? I think this is in the viewport level, right? Oh, you know what? I think it's that. Yeah, we want to do it halfway down the screen, so we'll do, excuse me, we'll go ahead and warp it to size over 2, and that should, yep, that's doing what we want. And then we go ahead and pull this over while the mouse is active. Then we should have something. Of course, it doesn't work. I wonder if this will work if we warp before we do the rotation. Yeah, it ain't working. I wonder if this will also work in stuff. Because yeah, it shouldn't really be snapping in as like. Oh, it's getting the velocity when it snaps back. Yeah, I don't like that. Interesting that it inherits the velocity, right? So if we kind of, yeah, it does. It's weird. Good to know, but that's not what we want. So viewport, warp mouse. We don't want to warp then, or at least we're not going to get the velocity. If we get the what's it called? If we get viewport dot get mouse position. This might actually work. I don't think it will. Oh, right. Dot X. I have to specify it. And then we gotta offset it. We want to normalize it by viewport.size. Oh, no. Not normalize by that. We want to subtract it by viewport size over 2. Yeah, I saw that Jackie was definitely holding W for this game jam, so it'll be interesting to see what she makes at the end of it. Alright, it moves. Slowly, but it moves. Let's go ahead and gotta work on having it only do that while you're in focus. But if we go ahead and do that, hey, look at that, we got a first-person controller, and actually it's behaving. Yeah, because we want to warp it afterwards. So now if we, that's why Z. Oh, let's go to the camera. That's not gonna like that. Where is the rotation order? You want to do. Let's reset the rotation. Oh no, the rotation is already set. Oh, this is the player rotation now. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. But we want the cameras. Okay, that's Z rotation. We want the X rotation. Okay, it behaves. So we just have to specify the camera specifically. Or I guess we can specify the remote transform because that's always going to stand by us, right? So then we do remote transform dot rotation dot x equals all of this, but we get the y position. Yeah, because we're just offsetting it. It's still linear. It just has a seizure. Cool. Why? Why does it have a seizure? Oh, it's going great. Yeah, why is it struggle busting so much? I mean, it's definitely doing something. Let's see if we're just like overcompensating. I can't really imagine, but that might be a thing. No, it's still not working. I guess we'll just go full do mode where you can only turn left and right. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. Am I supposed to modify the remote origin directly? Alright, what if we do rotate Z? Oh, it's still not behaving. Oh, we also still have it scaled to ridiculously small levels. What? Well, that is beyond trippy. But that's not quite what we want. We wanted the X. Yeah, the X rotation. Alright, cool. Let's invert that because that is hurting my brain. Which is interesting that it's inverted. I'm not going to question it, but... yeah, there we go. Cool. That was not as hard as I thought it'd be. And then why aren't you changing activation? What? Huh? How am I toggling you but you still work? Right? Toggling. Oh, I'm doing does not equal, not. I did that wrong. I was like, yeah, my brain was just straight up broken. Like, beyond broken. I was like, why isn't this working? Why is this now a problem? Yeah, it's off by just a little bit. We should just add like a dead zone to it, I guess. Wait, is that an issue when it's... It's not an issue in this size. Ooh. Yeah, it's not an issue in this scale at all. It's only an issue once it gets bigger. Now, it's just a problem once like the window size changes. What? What? Why is this only a problem when the window... That's trippy. That is really trippy. Okay, so it's like if it's just off by a pixel. Var mouse dead. Why do I feel like you could just get mouse movement as like an axis? Yeah, whatever. Dead zone, and we'll just set it to like 1 pixel. I'm guessing. And then we'll go ahead and var mouse movement is going to be a vector 2. So what we're doing here is we're setting up a dead zone for our movement vectors. Yeah. So this is our horizontal movement. This right here is our vertical movement. If I can copy it. And we'll worry about the negatives later. And then u equal vector2.x, not vector2, mouse move dot x, and then you are mouse move dot y. So basically this is vertical movement, and this here is horizontal. So if we run this again, it should behave. Okay, it's backwards again. I don't know why it flips upside down every time. It's so weird. But now what we can do is so mouse move dot x equals it's going to equal mouse move dot x if mouse move dot x is greater than mouse dead zone, else 0. And that should in theory work for the y-axis as well. What we're basically saying is like if this mouse movement is more than, you know, whatever a dead zone is, it should be fine. And this is, today I learned dead zone is much smaller than we needed. So let's go 0.05. We'll basically want it so it's not noticeable to the average player. And let's also do the absolute value, because we're getting negative values in there, so they're getting triggered when we don't want them to. So we don't want that. I don't want that. If you move the mouse fast enough, you don't notice. So we need that dead zone even smaller. you know, let me just print the value. Well, let's print it before this. And then basically when we hit 11, full screen it. Yeah, that value is minute. Sheesh. So yeah, let's do, what are we getting? 0.015? Yeah, let's go 0.002. And yeah, now I can't really notice it, right? I can move my mouse very little, and then if I full screen this, it's still doing the thing. 0.007? Ah. It's like 4. Bruh? What? It's still moving up? Am I losing it? I think I'm losing it. I'm definitely losing it. I'm just gonna move it to the other screen. We're getting all sorts of values. What is... What is this just straight up equal? I'm wondering if it just ends up equaling 1 pixel. Let's get the Y. Something tells me it's just like off by a singular pixel. Yeah, it literally is. I guess we can just check if it's odd and then just add one. Oh, thanks, Kat. I mean, we haven't done much so far, but I appreciate it. I'm thinking if we just add one if it's odd. So we're going to add another variable, var viewport size modified, and that's going to be equal to getting the size. And then what we can do here is viewport size mod dot x equals viewport size mod. I'm sure there's a mathematical way where we could just like double it and then round it. I'm not too worried about it. Mod 2 equals 0, else I guess we just do plus equals. And then it's going to be 0, otherwise 1. And that way we can get that weird offset business going away. Because I don't want that. No, I'll do this for the y-axis as well. Basically, if it's even, we're not going to do anything. If it's odd, we're going to add 1. And then we go ahead and do that, and we should be fine. This should have killed our dead zone. We're good there. Now if we full screen it, it's -1. Alright, that fixed it. And then we can get rid of the dead zone BS. Because we can do dead zones for axis for controllers. That's fine. I don't know why it starts. Why does it keep starting upside down? Let's go ahead and let's do a variable called first frame pass. That way our mouse shouldn't move on that first frame while we're getting reset. No, it's not going to happen. We need to, what's it called? This, we're just going to pull that out of the if statement. It still happens. Is it just set wrong in this world? No, camera's facing the right way. Oh no, we are actually facing the right way. I think the FOV is just a little lower than. Excuse me. No, it's because we're doing this now. All right, let's do it this way instead. If not first frame pass, right? Do all of this. Else do all that, and then regardless of the two, we do that while the mouse is active. That fixes that, I believe. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm doing all this, and I'm just guaranteeing you it's already like set up. But whatever, we got our movement set up here. Yeah, mostly. Or we can just fall off the planet. Not a big deal. You know, something tells me there's already a first-person controller in Godot.
Hey, it's
Yeah, it's not upside down anymore. That's nice. Oh. You say that. Just had to jinx me, cat. Come on. Why is it upside down now? Alright, now it's fine. I'm not going to question it. It's just a bug. It's a feature. I feel like it's jerking. I might be losing my mind. I haven't messed with 3D yet. Like, I've been a 2D boy this entire time. But I'm definitely trying to just get my head wrapped around this. Like, movement feels crisp. Camera movement? You know what? Do we... I don't want to lock the camera movement to the physics engine, but I think we're going to. Let's... Godot, it's a, in my opinion, it's a really good engine. It's just trying to get all the, nuances down, because Unity does take care of a lot of these things, and there's a lot of documentation behind how you do everything. Godot, especially Godot 4, it's only like a year, 2 years old. You're not going to get much as far as like knowledge from it. And then I just keep breaking everything. Yeah, let's run this in the physics engine. Let's see how that turns out. Yeah, I think that's actually a lot smoother now. Let's go ahead, and because these physics frames are a bit bigger, let's drop this to 0.5. And let's go ahead and hide the mouse. I think that's in the project settings. Mouse cursor, how do we hide you? Input set mouse mode, input that mouse mode invisible. I guess things are a bit different. It's under cursor. I don't want custom mouse cursor. I just want to set. Interesting. It's different in 4.0 than it was in 3. Oh, nice. I'm glad I'm the background noise. It's going all right. This is my first time really experimenting with going into first person, so that's a first thing for me. Normally I'm doing like 2D work and things like my do I have my pigeon basher? I don't know where that is. Yeah, here we go. The pigeon basher. You know, just 2D stuff is just kind of what I do. I like having 2D. Makes sense in my head. It's also significantly easier. I should turn on some music, honestly, but I just haven't really been in the mood for music today. But yeah, we got Chicken Basher here. But I kind of have an idea of the game I want to do. Kind of going for a kind of jazz punk vibes. As the last stream, we were trying to figure out what I was thinking of. But yeah, we want to go for like kind of a jazz punk aesthetic. So I'm just working on the first person controller, which is new. And yeah, that'll be interesting. Yeah, why isn't it just like... Oh, for this game? Basically, you're hitting people in the face with chili dogs. That's basically it. This is basically just slapping people with chili dogs. I didn't say I was creative, but it definitely tickles my brain. The idea of just slapping people with chili dogs. How that corresponds with spreading, that's up for interpretation. I'm just trying to see the. Yeah, I'm seeing Godot 3 stuff, but nothing for Godot 4. As far as like disabling your mouse. Oh, it's under display server now. Okay. They moved it over. I was thinking more of the you're trying to spread the word of the chili dog to people. Yeah, you're like spreading it. Yeah, you're not spreading it physically, but more in a theological sense. I spread the chili dog. Let's see here. So yeah, it's under display server now. So if we go to display server, set mouse mode. Oh, we can actually get the mouse position directly from there. Oh, interesting. Okay. In window mouse pass-through, that's interesting. That's really interesting for like overlays and stuff. I didn't even think about that. That's actually a really good call. Godot seems like it's way more capable than just being a game engine. That's definitely really fun to see. If we go into what's going for mouse mode, mouse set mode. If we do confined hidden, for propaganda. Yeah, chili dog propaganda. It definitely, I could see some like risk-esque games like that. Alright, mouse is now invisible. It's still a bit jaggedy, honestly, but I feel like I could do that with some like input interpolation. But we got movement down, so that's good. And then we can go ahead and alright, we're just gonna listen to the separate function. There's so much going on there that I don't want it in line with all of this. And we'll go ahead and pop all of this code. I wonder if that's actually gonna copy properly. Oh, it did. Look at that. Okay, we might have snagged a little more than we wanted. Let's pop all that back in here. I don't think I broke anything. We can pass delta. Yeah, definitely like a propaganda. Like that's what I'm thinking. Like when it comes to spreading, there's like a lot of interpretations for it. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy about this first-person controller. It definitely, something about it does feel like pretty crude, but not like severely. Like I'm feeling like the pixel movements of the mouse, right? That's very. If I try to move the mouse slowly, like you can feel all those pixel movements. That's why I like the idea of grabbing the velocity, but the velocity changes when I warp. I guess if I do it confined hidden, let's try that. So if we're in confined hidden mode, yeah, and then we set mouse move to viewport dot get. Oh, what was it? It's not viewport, right? No, yeah, it's get viewport. I'm wondering if now that's confined hidden, if it'll just work. Do we not have velocity in here? How did we get mouse velocity earlier? But why? But why what? Why the chili dog propaganda? It's because your father is selling chili dogs. Or why do you think it's gonna work? Oh, it's input. Because we were resetting the mouse position, I'm wondering if that was messing with the input events of Wait, I could have set an input. You know what? I'm not even gonna overthink this anymore. Get last mouse velocity. Because if this just works, it'll just be so much simpler than what I'm doing. And okay, let's go ahead and multiply that by delta, and that should prevent it from just spazzing out. All right, let's also multiply it by an obscenely small number. Okay, maybe not that small. Nope, see, it still hits the end. What's the other mouse mode? We had confined and visible, and then we just had hidden. My only thing that I'm afraid of with hidden is, yeah, your mouse can come off the screen. Because we want it confined, we want it invisible, but we can't. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for the chili dog spreading of ideas. Oh, why the pixel movement of the camera? So how we're setting this initially is we were getting the first person, or we're getting the movement of. Yeah, I do want to confine the mouse, but my problem right now is the velocity of the mouse turns to 0 when it hits the edges of the screen. Right? And I did that through the display server, which works. The problem I'm having is if I'm using the mouse velocity, I'm getting that issue, but if I'm resetting the mouse position by warping it, it messes with the velocity. Or am I just overthinking it? I'm probably overthinking it. Because, yeah, we can warp the mouse, but that messes with the mouse velocity. To provide a precise and jitter-free velocity, it's only calculated every 0.1 seconds. Yeah, so how they're doing it is they're doing it over multiple frames. Can I, like, get the mouse reset? That's neat. But I'm wondering if we might have that. Well, that's what I was doing, and then it was... Well, you're saying store the change. So warp mouse, we're gonna have the same issue, right? So this is an issue for just warping the mouse. Let's see here. Yeah, it's just a weird issue. It's like it's getting that velocity when the mouse is warping back. So if I mean, I could just like interpolate this, right? Like if I weight these values, I could just do that. Play when the game is over. Yeah, we can. Yeah, when the game jam's over, everything's gonna be on my itch page. Right now on itch.io, I just have that chicken slapping game or the pigeon slapping game. But all these projects I'm gonna keep putting up on there as I work on them. Yeah, I'm thinking we just have smooth these values. Because that's what they're doing, is they're doing it over 0.2 of a second. So if we have a... I'm thinking here, I think we want to set up a... Maybe I want a separate node for this? And have that as like an engine-wide node. That just seems like an overkill. We're only controlling one player, so we might as well keep it in here. I guess if I have like a reset interval for it, I'm just trying to think what the ideal... Well, okay, if I just get the mouse movement over the last 3 frames and I just interpolate them, I can't imagine it being that bad. So if we do a... I know this is technically bad coding practice, but I don't care. If we go var last mouse frames, I'm sure everybody's figured this out. I feel like I'm the only person who hasn't, but yeah, I'm here already. And it is going to be an, I think we just did this, array of vector 2s. All right, that's great. That works. That's not crying. So what we can do is we can just create a separate function here, right? And we're going to call this, move it up here, mouse buffer, and it takes in the current frame. Oh my god, please. And then we return a vector 2, which is the movement. So all right, and then we can create another integer here. We're going to say mouse buffer length, and we're going to set this up as we're going to want to pass delta as well, which is a float. And then our mouse buffer length, this is going to be in time, so we're going to do this over, as they say, 0.1 seconds. That's how apparently it's already computed for mouse velocity. And then we're going to create this as 2 parallel arrays. Last mouse deltas. And we'll have this as an array of floats. This always goes well for me. Oh, right. That doesn't like plurals that much. But we'll go ahead and we're going to feed all of this info into there. We're going to want to pass this why are you crying? Oh, right, it's not actually indented. Do I want to pass that? Yeah, I want the mouse buffer to handle all that, right? And then we just kind of pass everything else into here. So we will pop this into here, and we'll pull everything back to where it's supposed to be. I'm basically just moving all the code back. Yeah, let's not do that. Yeah, so what we're going to do is last mouse frames dot append. We're going to append the current frame movement position. And same thing with the delta, because these are going to be two parallel arrays, so they're going to be running alongside each other. And then, so we're going to push those on, and then what we're going to do is we're going to return. We're going to basically sum all of them up and then return them. Yeah, so right now specifically, I'm working on a first-person controller. I'm not too much of a fan of how things are currently set up, but the game that I'm working on is you're basically spreading the gospel of chili dogs to a world that is chili dogless. So you're spreading chili dogs. That's basically what I'm working on as a game. But right now I'm just working on the first-person controller. I'm just buffering the mouse movement inputs and kind of smoothing them out, because right now it's just a bit jittery and the mouse velocity doesn't really work, unless I'm completely missing something, which I probably am. It doesn't really work when you confine the mouse position, so I'm working on all that right now. Like I said, I'm most likely missing something, so if anybody knows of something that's already built for this, let me know. Otherwise, I'll just keep on working on this. But so far, pretty much everything is from scratch for this, because I've never worked in 3D, much less first person. I've had like a couple fun little projects here and there, but this is all new to me. I usually work in 2D, so because 2D is much easier. But I'm kind of going for like a jazz punk vibe, if that makes any sense. Thank you, Dilio, for the last stream for like actually knowing what jazz punk is, because it completely escaped me. So we're appending that, and then if last mouse frames dot size is, oh wait, we already have the buffer length. Let's not do that. No, we want to push. We don't want to append. Yeah, we want these to be the frontmost frame. So push front, if I remember right. Adds an element at the beginning of the array. That's fine. We're not going to be doing this for too long. So we're going to push front for both of these. So these will be added. So the new frame is going to be at the front. So if we kind of imagine it this way, we have our current frame, and then frame plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, right? So we're pushing these to the front, and then we're basically going to count up until the mouse buffer length. And then we're going to keep the index that we're at, and then delete all the ones past it. That way this stays at a reasonable length. So, so while elapsed is less than mouse buffer length, this isn't actually a good, no, we just want to do a normal for loop. For C in last mouse frames, we're going to want to just trying to make sure I'm doing this reasonably. Yeah, we'll just keep another bar here for target frame, I'm just trying to think of how I want to logic this that makes actual sense. So for each frame, I know what we're going to do is, no, we want this as an int. So this is basically going to go 0 through size. And then what we're going to do then is what is going on outside? Give me one moment. Weird, just generic outside stuff going on. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna buffer it and just see kind of how that works. We'll see. I think you were in the last stream, weren't you, Jude? I might be, time warping again, as I tend to do. So we're gonna go ahead and elapsed is going to plus equals that, and then we're gonna do that. So we're gonna elapse it. So that's gonna be our total delta time, and then we're going to var net input is going to be a vector2.0, and then net input is going to plus equals. There's something going on outside. I think somebody came with a plow truck to plow our driveway. I don't know what's going on. I'm not gonna overthink it. I just live here. We're gonna go and net input is going to equal last mouse frames at C times that frames delta. What is? Oh, yep. Oh, I think that's our neighbor with a plow truck. Ah, cool. I didn't feel like shuffling the driveway later anyways. I'm not complaining about that at all. Oh, nice. Well, welcome, regardless. So we're basically going to keep doing this, and then, right, so this is just going to keep adding until elapsed is greater than or equal to. Yeah, until it's greater than or equal to. So what we'll do is, before we do this, if elapsed is greater than or equal to our mouse buffer length, so if our elapsed is pushing past that, we basically want to cut off everything after it. So let's say the elapsed is like 0.11, right? So we have 0.1 that we want to remove from that last delta, which we know has been added from this one, right? So what we're going to do is, first we're going to, what is it? It's not escape. It's, we have continue, and why is that other term escaping me? Break. That's what it was. Break. So we're basically going to break from the for loop if we hit this point. And then otherwise, yeah, so we're going to break from the for loop at this point. And then on that last frame, we're going to do the same thing, except this is going to be times elapsed minus mouse buffer length. Right, so if elapsed is 0.11, and then we subtract that mouse buffer length, which this will only happen if it's greater than or equal to. So yeah, it should all work out. So our net input stays linear. And then we're gonna want, and we're just gonna want a cutoff, which this is just gonna equal this is just gonna equal the size. And then cutoff is going to equal C. So we're good there, and then and that way once we hit that point, we can just trim off the end. I mean, we could set up like a max buffer limit of like how many frames, but it's not really gonna matter. I don't think. This should regardless of the system work pretty well, unless you're like literally running at 5 frames per second. I can't imagine it be completely broken. And then we're gonna want to return net input times delta. So this should return the normalized movement frame that has been interpolated over the past few frames. And then we'll go ahead and dot, what is it? I think it's the slice function that we want. Returns slice of array from begin inclusive to exclusive as a new array. Okay, so yeah, array.size. So I think then we're going to, and this returns the slice of the array from beginning to the end. So we're going to slice from 0 to cutoff, right? Because by default, I guess by default it does array.size. So we can actually just set this up to this. And then that way it'll remove that last frame because it's going to be already over regardless. I think we'll be good. 2, if we go ahead and just do this. So instead of this here, we're going to go mouse buffer equals mouse buffer of mouse move delta. Right, because this is already doing all that offsetting for us, so we don't have that weird movement. And we set mouse move equal to that. I think that'll work. It does something. I guess let's let it populate for a second. All right, let's make sure we're doing this right. So we're not offsetting, so we're not manipulating it at all, which is good. We're just doing a first frame pass, and then we are rewarping. I guess we're trying to average the input, right? What if I... This is going to sound dumb, but maybe this will work. Yeah, that's not working. Okay, so that's fine. No, this is not fine. Why am I doing a lapse? What? Oh, wait, never mind. I'm looking at the wrong frame. Yeah, we're multiplying it by the current delta. Oh, we're multiplying by delta again. Yeah, let's not do that. It shouldn't really be stuttering as much as it... Is it a performance thing? No, I don't think it's a visual thing. Oh, it is. Oh, jeez. Why is it causing it to lag that much? What? Well, you know what? It's probably because we're running this on the physics frame again. Alright, let's bring that up to the normal process, I guess. I didn't think it'd be that intensive. That just seems... It seems kind of outrageous that it's that intensive to run. Yeah, that's not okay. It's kind of nutty, actually. That's actually really bad. Let's see if we can find anything on... Because yeah, it's not the... We're not having the same issue that we were having earlier, so I'm just trying to see if I can find it. I'm wondering if input map might have something else that we can use. Input dot... I guess I can just literally... yeah, I figured we didn't have anything in here. Yeah, because those are actions, right? And it's just kind of monitoring your mouse movement. Oh, I forget the underscore input event is a thing. But I'm trying to see. Yeah, I'm just looking it up right now. Right, meow. Yeah, because we're resetting the position, so velocity isn't working for this. Excuse me. Oh. Oh, okay. This might actually work. So I guess we can. I genuinely was overthinking this, but there's not like anything in the documents about this, which is always fun. But if we go into the input event, and if event is input event mouse motion, we can basically just get the relative mouse position from it. I guess is what it is. We'll see here if this works. So we're gonna go ahead and steal this right here. And then mouse move will be a no variable here because it doesn't really matter. And then event.relative. See, I'm still thinking this isn't gonna work, but we'll see. And then we'll just comment this out. Let's uncomment this out, and let's come out the lines where we're doing anything. That's fine. Let's also multiply this by, well, we can't really multiply this by anything. We'll multiply this by like 0.005, just so it's kind of not crazy. Yeah, they kind of find each other. And we'll just do a return here. Yeah, it's still hitting the edges. It's so dumb. Okay, so that's fine. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for the reset. Let's go ahead and I'm wondering if resetting is going to cause an issue. Yeah, see, it's still infecting. It's still impacting the mouse input. It's so weird. It's very weird. Because we have confined hidden, and then we have mouse mode. this captured better? No, let's. Where are we doing this? Oh, we just wanted to use captured the whole time. Yep, we're fine now. I knew what I was doing. I 100% knew what I was doing. Yep, totally. You know how I said I was overthinking it? I was most definitely overthinking it. So we'll go ahead. We'll leave that code. We'll just go ahead and delete all of this. Yeah, we're gonna act like well, I lied. We want that, but we don't want any of this or that. And then yeah, that's fine. I definitely was overthinking that. And let's go ahead and just drop this down by another order of magnitude for sensitivity. It's interesting how it's like slower here, but it's faster in this mode. So I'm wondering if it switches it to like direct input. That's fine. Still jittery. Are we just getting input spikes still? Or is this still the VSync issue just without VSync? I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. You know what? I'm sure we can just smooth the camera rotation. Yeah, let's do that. Let's set up a... Because I feel like we should just be lerping it anyways. And then we'll just pull all of this back into here. I guess that way we can actually just pull everything into the physics server again. But let's go ahead and create another mouse move, because we're totally not reusing this variable to the point where it means nothing. The mouse move is going to equal... no, I lied. I think if we just run this right here, and then instead of rotation.y, we'll get this .x. What am I missing? Oh, and I put two dots on there. It's fine. It's probably fine, right? Well, it's doing something. Why? Why is it calling it to spin? Why is it spinning? Why are you spinning? I mean, what if I'm just like pulling this? I don't actually know how I had this set up. Oh, it's relative. I'm a dingus. No, that's fine. Why are you struggling? Oh, that's because, wow, I'm doing great. You know that? You know what? I'm doing fantastic. I know exactly what's going on. I am a stable human being. Something tells me that ain't gonna work. It still stutters. It's just dumb. Okay, let's pull this back. Let's not overthink this. It's just weird stuttering, really. I'm wondering if we compile this, if we're gonna have the same problems. So if we go ahead and export this. Yeah, we'll just keep everything. What? Why would I export it as not runnable? What am I doing here? That's fine. We're not worried about that error, probably. If we go back to Chili Dog Supreme, we go to win. We should be able to run it. Yeah, what's with the stuttering? I'm not rotating in physics process. Though I am using a remote transform that's modifying the camera. I'm doing all the rotations during the input event. Which I've seen other people do, and it seems fine. Seems being the key term. I don't know if using a remote transform is really the best idea. I've never used it before. Like I said, I haven't done 3D ever. I wonder if I should just be dampening the camera position. Doesn't the remote transform have It doesn't really seem to have like a dampening function with it, unless the camera does. Good evening, Shepsis. Shit. You have a name, I promise. I'm just bad at pronouncing it. I'm just trying to figure out how we're going to be doing this. Not Doppler tracking. I'm getting this weird stuttering, and it looks like it's performance based. If I pull up the profiler, right, let's see if I can get it to stutter. Yep, we got a couple stutters in there. Yeah, you see we're getting, oh, okay, it's not there really. Yeah, we're getting a couple spikes, right? Maybe I'm just crazy. Yeah, we're not getting anything there. It's just in the visual profiler. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be really a thing. That's what I'm thinking, so I'll try that real quick. I'm also using dot rotate. Oh no, that shouldn't really be. I also could be doing this. I don't know if that's gonna do anything. If it's gonna. Yeah, it's still tearing. Yeah, I'll see if it happens over remote transform. I'm wondering if it's just because the camera's not dampened. So if I'm wondering if I could just dampen the camera, if it'll just work that way, if it just like lerp its position. It won't be ideal, but I feel like it'll just be better. Yeah, let's do that. I think that'd be a better idea. And then what are you actually directly manipulating? You're manipulating the camera controller? Yeah, you are. Yeah, let's set you up here. So the camera controller is a child of the camera. And then we'll add a script in the camera here. And then we'll just do this in the process function since that's running every frame. And then yeah, that definitely is the thing. That's why I'm thinking of just dampening the camera's position a little bit and then just running with that. Because it's definitely 100% is like desynced, and I'm not turning on VSync mostly because it's broken on 5700 XTs, and I don't know how that's gonna really work in web build. I know things are already like VSynced in web build, but I ain't worried about any of that. We're just gonna see if we can get it to run, and we'll be fine in that regard. So we're gonna make our position equal to, let's just, right, and then we're just gonna make this simpler name. We're just gonna call it CC, and then this is gonna equal negative CC dot position. We're just gonna do it pretty simply this way for now. And then rotation is going to equal no, relative, it should be fine. This isn't going to be broken at all. Not at all. Eh? Well, that's just busted. Excuse me, please. All right, it's doing something. Yeah, it being a child isn't a really good idea. Right, so okay, this is working now, and then we'll just we'll fix it. But for now, we're gonna give this a we're gonna make this dampen. It's a bit of a crude resolution, but if it works, right? You know, I said if it works, it works. It's still stuttering. Bruh. Maybe we just do the position and we just make the rotation equal CC dot rotation. Because I know lerping rotations is a bit bugged in general. I mean, close it. That is so weird. Alright, we're gonna do it. Return on VSync. I don't want it. I don't want VSync. Okay, it does feel a lot smoother with VSync on. Or we can just fall off the planet. All right, fine. We'll run with VSync. I don't want it, but we'll run with it. Then we'll go ahead and add another node 3D here. Camera, I guess. You are fine, and then you are still paired, so everything should still be behaving. Yeah, it is. All right, wonderful. All right, I guess we can work on the chili dog mechanics. As dumb as that sounds. So we can do. I'm thinking we do it as a separate canvas render, but we're gonna need or we can do it 3D. 3D I feel like is a little too not stylized. Yeah, that's like the one gripe I have about doing things in chili dog smackdown. But let me pull up Ace right here. When it comes to things they're supposed to be like stylized, I feel like 3D kind of doesn't really do it justice. Like you need a lot of work to make something stylized in 3D. So I'm thinking we just do this in 2D, right? And I'm thinking I might have to take reference photos. But for now, we'll just we'll try to draw the chili dog gospel. How are we gonna do this? So, you know, I'm approaching a character, right? We can imagine this is my window, and then I'm like imagining just like holding the book. Yeah, I think we hold the book kind of like this from our perspective. Right, so you're talking to somebody, and then whoosh, right? So I think that'd be comedic. Let's change our view size actually. Let's do a 1920 by 1080. It doesn't have to be that scale necessarily, but actually, yeah, that's gonna be way too big because we want some pixelation in there because I'm a bad artist. Does this take math inputs? It does. Let's go, baby. Yeah, I think that should be a good healthy size. Yeah, we got a nice amount of pixelation. So we're zoomed in, and I would like to have my book visible. So yeah, we're in first person. You can imagine this is at the bottom of our screen, right? It needs to be a little more obtuse. We also want it to be prominent. We want to know that we're telling people about chili dogs. Yeah, this is like a proper fucking Bible. We have a nice little bun here. We got our dog. Okay, are you guys... We're all on the struggle bus today, Chef Ice. But here's a question. Do you guys like your chili dogs with the toppings on top or on the bottom of the chili dog? Because I personally love my toppings on the bottom. But I think that's going to be like a major... Ooh, that could be like a really major point of contention. Alright, so we have our book with the chili dog right here, and then we're gonna have theoretical person. So no clue. Well, what do I like? Just toppings on your hot dog, because I like mine on the bottom still. Like in general, I like everything on the bottom of my dog. And chili dogs, they're just hot dogs with chili and soul. Oh, what was I doing here? I was looking up something. Alright, I need a test subject. Alright, I know this is going to be very controversial. Oh, your toppings on top? Try them on the bottom. See how you like it. So this is going to be very controversial. But our test subject... is gonna be polite cat. I know this is like damning for many of you, but this is the only way we can really test out our theory. We'll just do it like this. So here we are talking to polite cat, or theoretical person. You know what? We're gonna probably want him zoomed in a little bit, right? So we're gonna smack them in the face with our book of chili dogs. So let's turn on onion skinning, and then let's. How do I do this? Gaze right, plus. That's not onion skinning, excuse me. What kind of onion skinning is this? What? Bruh. Yeah, onion skinning is working on that. Why onion no work on you? Oh, it does, but theoretical person is behind it. I kind of want the onion skinning to kind of follow the layers, right? Am I crazy for wanting that? So we'll just bring theoretical person's opacity down then. There we go. So frame 2. So we're gonna want that like impact frame to be like on the face, right? So I'm thinking we how are we gonna do this? I'm not the best animator on the planet, but this is for the chili dogs. We don't have a hand on here. Do we need a hand? I feel like, how do people hold Bibles? This doesn't give me the vibe I want. I want the, like, aggressive Mormon vibe. What if I just look up aggressive Mormon? It's just cringy memes. Why is what is a Mormon cricket? Mormon cricket. What? Oh, it's a North American cricket species. It was once a serious pest in the Great Plains. Oh my god, seagulls saved the crickets. The Mormon cricket is a well-known wingless species of shield-backed... Okay, I don't know what that means. But in 1848, Salt Lake City, Utah, Deseret. Oh, interesting. The arrival of a flock of seagulls saved the Mormons' crops from complete destruction by this insect. When present in sufficient numbers, the cricket is a destructive pest. So literally, this cricket was taken out by a bunch of stupid seagulls. That is top tier. I literally couldn't make that up. So we go ahead and we just start smacking. I guess I could literally just copy this first frame and rotate it, right? Who said tweeting is bad? Me? Never. Never could be me. No, we want confidence in the slap. Confident slaps don't rotate. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll work with it. I can't believe seagulls actually just destroyed an entire species. Oh, yeah, you can just right-click the layer and click on properties, and then you can change its general opacity. Use at your own discretion. But that way you don't have to, like, completely mess up the layer while you're working on it. And I fully am aware this game is probably not going to win any awards. But come on. I'm doing it for the chili dog. And really just to put something out there. Get some more input. So we're going to go ahead. Extend our chili dog. Bada boom, bada bing. Chili dog. It's like growing in size. No, I'm okay with that. Yeah, literally mood. Is that? No, it's just gonna take a composite. We want that boy. This is so stupid. But how could you say no to chili dog? And this is where that QuickTime event's going to be, right? When we're working on that. Got a phone call. Burb. Yeah, there's currently 1.5 feet of snow in my car. Definitely not looking forward to cleaning that. And I'm procrastinating as long as is viable before I have to do that. Because it's not worth it. It's genuinely not worth cleaning my car out right now. If I don't have to go somewhere and not die, it's not worth it. Alright, so this is that impact event, right? So, you know, we'd have the impact sprite at that point. So if we play it, I think this is the play button. It's a bit lacking on the animations, but I think we can make it work. This chili dog sprite is definitely not, like, tweaked enough for this. Needs to be like more. Yeah, there we go. Whoa. Yeah, it works. Where am I located? Cold. Cold is where I'm located. I'm located in Michigan. We got like an insane amount of snowfall. We normally don't have this much, but today it's been mighty spicy, or for the past couple of days. All right, and then if I do Control N, no, Alt N, yeah, it's a new frame. Give me my onion skin. Yeah, I mean, it could be more north. Thankfully, it's not. Oh, what? I'm not gonna ask what I just did. So we smack him with the book, and then I'm trying to like physically imagine smacking somebody with a book. But yeah, it's we do get a lot of snow up here, but like it's so annoying when it's like if we don't get snow for all of December, literally not one bit, and then this month, first couple days, it's like, yeah, so we're gonna drop a full 2 feet of snow on you. It is grueling. Oh, poor cat. This poor cat is really just getting smacked down. I'm thinking when we smack, like I'm physically imagining it, like you got that impact point. Alright, I have the ultimate reference footage. The ultimate reference footage. Right here. Alright, let's analyze this. Oh, we just missed it. Frame by frame analysis of the slap. Oof. Alright, let's see that again. Man, he's got the walk. He's got the walk. Alright, so he smacks over and then down, right? So that smack was like... It was in this direction. So if we were to do that... Yes. Yeah, frame by frame. Frame by frame analysis. So, let's do a... where is it? So, you know, he kind of has a bit of an upwards arc, but he, like... So, Chris Rock's motion is this. Well, his hand kind of swings back around. So, I'm thinking, right, we're holding a book. Right, this is reversed. But we're holding a book. We have the impact point, and then the book slides down. So, I'm thinking then... And just, I want to point out the velocity of this hand. It is going. Oh, we got another bot. All right, the bot has been defeated. But yeah, I'm thinking this is gonna be top tier. So we got the smack, and then I'm thinking like, okay, so it's coming up, it smacks, and then can I go down that arc? We got that smack. This is post smack, right? And then we're gonna do a new layer. Whoa, what did I do? No, I don't want to export anything. Go away. I accidentally scaled up my brush. We don't want that. No, it's too big. There we go. So now this is post-mortem smack. So we'll go ahead and see the almighty reverse side of the book. It looks like it's like oscillating back and forth. It's kind of fun. Let's turn off the onion skinning. Yeah, we'll have to erase this frame. Turn back the onion. And then we can like just tween it out of frame at this point. Believe it or not, I have not discovered chili dogs until recently. I say recently, about a year ago now at this point, but it is, albeit a new food item. Novel, dare I say. Which is always weird. There's like foods that everybody's eaten, and I'm just like, dude, I have never tried that. And it's very common, for me at least, where just like on the daily, it's like, yeah, you know, this X food item. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? What is this that you speak of? That was me with chili dogs. And then I tried one, and I was like, oh my god. And then that's how I found out I really like chili. This animation's so crude, but you know what? It's the spirit that matters. So let's go ahead and fill this all in. Yeah, we got it. And then what I'm thinking is once we get here on frame 3, that's the frame that we do the like combo in. Oh, thank you. Well, and then the reverse side, it's gonna say pray to chili dog. Pray to chili dog. Bam. It's so dumb. It's so dumb, but I love it. I think what I'll do is I'll find a really big book and I'll just record myself doing that, like physically, and then just draw over it. But we'll go ahead and we'll export this as theoretical person. Your frames will have to be deleted. We'll leave the first frame as a homage. We're gonna export as. Are you gonna just export as a GIF? No, we want to export as a sprite sheet. We don't have to save this first. Where is it? Chili Dog Supreme. Gospel Smack. And then we'll go ahead and export as a sprite sheet. And let's open up that preview. The cat. Let's. Yeah, that works. We're not gonna. I mean, we could trim everything, but we're not gonna do that. I mean, we could fully draw out the book and then just trim or like physically animate it. Actually, yeah, that's what I want to do. Yeah, so we're gonna bring the whole book up I'm just going to draw it all the way. Wait, oh, was that the wrong size? That was on the wrong size. Because I'm thinking like we should just animate it through the animations, and then we can have more control over how our book is rendered. We'll do this corner here first. And then we pop this up, and then we should be good to go. Bada boom. Thankfully, I drew more of the book for these frames. Jeez, this is actually going to be much harder to draw. Let's get rid of all of these chickens. And bada boom. It's nice that Aspray has these guides for us. And then there's that frame. And thankfully we already like pretty much drew all this, so it just merges. I'm not worried about keeping straight lines because I know I'm going to redo this, but I do want like just something to work, and then we can kind of go off of that. Let's fix this. There we go. Boom. No, this is a book. This is a book for chili dogs. So you're going to be basically spreading the word of chili dogs to people who are uneducated, dare we say. And to do that, you must smack them with the gospel of chili dogs. It's definitely entertaining. See, pray to chili dog. It's kind of dumb, but if it ain't dumb, it ain't worth doing. I think that's what people say. Yeah, chili book. Believe it or not, does not cause frost damage. Alright, there we go. So now we have all the frames fully drawn out. This is going to probably look really bad. Oh my god, it looks terrible. I love it. Um, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna export this as a sprite sheet. And what are we doing here? So yeah, we're gonna basically set this as one animation, and then we're gonna move it. Yeah, it's spinning. Spin to win. Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna want. I don't know if Atlases can be split up how I'm thinking I want them to. So we're gonna do this the old-fashioned way. We're gonna go File, Scripts, Structure Exporter, Export. It's a dumb little program I made for Sprite, and what it does is it outputs everything into a folder, and then it just outputs all the sprites separately. So it works. Not the greatest, but it works for workflow. So what we're gonna want is we could set this up in front of the camera, but I'm thinking we do this as a separate canvas layer. That way we don't have to worry about pairing it or anything like that. We can just hide it as we need to. And not to mention, it's 2D and very comfortable because that's what I like working in. So I think we're going to do that. So if we set up a canvas layer. Oh, wait. Let's see here. What's that photo? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, cat? There's nothing specifically going on at all that anyone should be worried about. So if I go ahead and just add this to the canvas layer, it should. No, it's not gonna add as a node 2D. Let's do a sprite 2D. All right, so we put that on there, and then we, if we run, I don't know if it's gonna actually show. Oh, it does. Look at that. All right. So this canvas layer, we're just gonna say is the, what do people call it? There's like a specific term in gaming. What's it called? Move view model. I think that's what the term is. Yeah, it's view model. So we're gonna call this view model for the sake of everything. There's nothing going on with this theoretical person. He's totally not getting smacked by a book. Not at all. Alright, so basically this viewport, right? Let's can we offset this at all? I don't think we can. Oh, as I say that, there's literally an offset. If we go into, is it rendering? First, you are going to be nearest. We're going to go to viewport. It's like scaling, I think. Yeah, scale mode. I think it's in this, in rendering or display. Where is it? Resizable, yes. Because I bet you if we run this, it's going to just break everything if I rescale the window. Yeah. So if I do that, I mean, it's stuck to the top right left corner, but we're going to want it to move. There's a thing, I swear, that I saw where it was like stretch mode or something. Where is it? Oh, stretch mode. Here we go. Viewport. Right, so now I don't think we're going to see it move just because it's on the top right corner. Oh, but it does keep perspective, which is actually a good thing. That's what I want. Oh. But now we can actually like animate things. So I guess we're just going to be playing with this in the viewport as is. So I'm thinking like we hold it here in the bottom left corner. Okay, it's a little obtuse. Let's kind of tuck it away a little bit. So yeah, you can imagine we walk around, we find somebody, we talk to them, we have a couple of ways we can go. What's going to happen is we're going to just spam slap. Oh, or just fall off the planet. So we're going to add an animation tree. Excuse me. Yeah, this is for transitioning. I think we're just going to use animation player instead. And root mode is view model, perfect. And then can I just new animation? We're just going to have this as idle. And then we do. We're going to rename this to. We're going to rename this to book, but we're going to put this in. We're going to put this in a node, and we're going to call this item holding. Or it's item held, right? Because we might be holding other items. We want to keep this pretty open. So all the animations for like holding and moving around will be that, and then the book can be like the book slapping can be its own animation. So we're gonna go into property track, item held, and then position. And I'm thinking a 4-second loop, right? So insert key here, insert key there, and then insert key here. And this one, I done goofed. You are going to reset to 0, 0. And the book is going to be offset down here. So now we're working with like origin space. So now we insert a key. Now, can I do this? So if I insert the key here at 0, right, and then I move this up like that, and I insert a key here at 3, does this? It doesn't track. Sad. I thought it would. We're just gonna go. We want this negative, and then probably positive. Is it just gonna play? It's not gonna play. Alright, so your position should be getting manipulated, and then you should be current animation on idle. I don't think it's moving. Excuse me? Oh. 6 seconds. There we go. Alright, cool. And then if we set this to ease. Where's the curve editor? Let me add my cubes. Oh, there is a capture mode right there. I was hoping I could edit this. It's always a little bit weird. Yeah. It's not playing by default. I mean, it's not doing anything. What? All right, cool. That's working. And then are you not gonna loop? Oh wait, loop. Haha. There we go. So we're just standing still, right? And then when we're moving, we want the classic. You can click on the node and then edit the property in the inspector window. Oh, trust me, I'm missing a lot. More in just terms of game engine knowledge, more of just mentally. But yeah, for sure. So we're going to have the idle animation. We're going to create a new animation. And we're just going to duplicate this. And we're going to call this moving. Then our moving animation. So right now we're doing that. We do the classic Minecraft move where we can. How does capture work? Like if I just go like that, right? Is it captured? I don't think it's captured. Wait, what? Oh, because that's the book itself. Oh, actually, yeah, no, it's right there. Literally, there's a record button up there. Insert key is based on mask. I guess I can just record. I don't think that's going to work. I'm thinking it's going to work. Yeah, it's not working how I think, so that's funny. So, okay, we're going to go ahead and just delete these keyframes. But we can insert keyframes. No, we're not rotating. I think bringing this one down to like 4 seconds. It might be doing something. I don't know. But what we're going to do is we're just going to condense these like crazy because we're going to be moving. And let's bring this down to 1.45. That's a fun number. Okay, let's calm down. Where's the play button? What is going on? What'd I do? What did I do? Alright, the breathing animation is still fine. But this animation is just busted. Did I put 2 keyframes in here? I did. Are you like much higher? Okay, maybe I need this to like not bob and weave as aggressively. I think it's kind of fun, but yeah, we're gonna want to. Let's redo this animation track a little bit. So okay, we're going to lock this position in here, right? Can we keyframe it? Then we keyframe. Then we keyframe. Keyframe. Okay. Now we can run it down to like 0.75. Why are you going away? What? What? Okay, I feel like that's a little more reasonable, right? So for like panic running, we kind of just, you know, we're running with it. We're running with it. And then I think we add an animation tree. What do you need? Tree root is either animation player or it's a view model. Alright, I'll be straight up. I have no idea what's going on there. Not worried about it. But cool. So that's set. Next we're going to set up animation framing for this. So we will change this type to an animated sprite. And then we will load all of these bad boys in. We play it. Oh my god, that actually turned out so much better than I thought it would. Spin to win, buddy. Spin to win. This actually is working way better than it should. Oh, it's hilarious. Let me just bring up the speed scale up to like 2. Oh my god, I can just imagine just seeing this rotating and you pick it up, spin the book spins. Wait, why is it animating? Hold on. Can we have it? We gotta have it play on default. There we go. Default spinning book. Ha! Oh, I panicked. Should definitely add a jump. Alright, there you go, cat. It's even faster now. The book rotates, charged, ready to spread the word of chili dogs to people. Oh, this is outrageous. It looks so much better than it has any right to. This is... I love this. So what we can do now, though, is we can set up an animation track for this for attacking, and then yeah, we can basically just code it so that quick time event happens at that second or third frame, right? At frame 2. So we go in for the smack. What? Oh, because the speed scale is like ridiculously high. So yeah, we go in for the attack, right? And then we hit them, we do that smack, and then chili dog mixer. Everything is chili dog. But yeah, so once we're like in the smack point, we can do that. Oh, here we go. That just moves those frames. Oh wait, no, I don't want to move it. Stay there. So yeah, animation chili dog. And then it's fine if it's like if this other animation player is just kind of doing its thing, because when we're doing that smack, it might be working. I don't know. We'll figure out how those animations work. But when we get that animation in, we can start building out the world. And I got to figure out what our people are gonna look like, right? Like it would be fun to do sprites. I kind of like the jazz punk aesthetic too, but I'm not too sure. I am not too sure. Because the like aesthetic from jazz punk is honestly pretty solid. Let's pull up jazz punk here. Oh my god, all my pigeons. I hate pigeons. Go away. But in jazz punk, it is a fun aesthetic that they have. You know, like everything's cell shaded, everything's just like drawn in. It burns. They have really dumb stuff like this that's happening all the time. But yeah, so debating what we're gonna do. I have no idea what this is. Oh, yeah, it's like the intro to the game, I think. Yeah, it's definitely Yeah, yeah. Like, I couldn't think of the name for the longest time. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have as much of what's it called? I don't know how to explain it, but I don't think I'm gonna have like this much capability in my game. Luis Hernandez, just arrested as a programmer. Huh. I wonder what other games they've done, or at least Lewis has designed. I don't know if it's this guy. Necrophone Games, established in 2008. Kind of curious what other games they put out. They just put out Jazzpunk. That's it. Huh. I wonder if they've done anything else. I'm not signing up for Twitter, whatever all this BS wants. Oh my god, that's funny. Christ, I need a drink. Oh man, we all can relate with this tweet. Oh my god. Oh, what the other guy? No. Twitter wants me to log in. Yeah, no thanks. I guess his accounts. Those accounts exist. No, I don't want to sign his Twitter. Get out of here. Fine. I guess we're not going to see his stuff, but. Oh, that's really sick. Retro futuristic comedy game. Yeah, that's how you describe it. Alright, cool. Yeah, definitely the shader. I don't know if this is a shader or what's going on here, but this is. Alright, that's sick. Yeah, I'm not sure what type of dystopian thing we're gonna do with Chili Dogs. Maybe we're not gonna do anything dystopian, right? We could do something really cutesy. Although this floor texture is definitely very screaming dystopian, like early 2000s Half-Life, but we'll see where we go with that. I guess we can start working a bit on the mesh library. So like I could work on everything in Blender. I don't feel like it. So I'll gladly work on making all the meshes here in this mesh library instead. Hey, I don't think we needed this here. So we're gonna rename this one to. I guess we're just gonna leave it as messages 3D. No, we can rename it. But we're gonna go ahead and create a new mesh instance 3D. I guess we can just duplicate this one for basic effect. And then we're gonna make this one a wall. And we'll hide this one for now. Now can I just add like a child mesh to this? I don't know how the tile map really works right now, but I'm going to guess I know people like to use CSG meshes for all this, but I'm not going to really do that. Let's just add another child mesh and see what happens. Let's make this another quad mesh, and then let's reset its transform. How do we do this again? If we go to geometry material, right, there we go. And then if we just did this, would this work? I'm not sure how 3D stuff works, so we'll figure it out. Then we go scene, export as mesh library, and then we do that. This should, in theory, work. Oh, it just adds as another one. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. Yeah, cat does not exist. Which is interesting how everything else works. Is there another like mesh? Let's hope that doesn't break. Yeah, it's not really working as we would like. Yeah, see what they do here is they like just snap it to the other side. I'm wondering if I was just missing something in that regard. I don't feel like digging into the edge of code, to be honest, but yeah, I think we're gonna have to model everything if we want to do that. What did I just do? What? Oh, it's changing levels. Okay, that's kind of neat. I was hoping the multi-mesh would just like kind of work. Let's see if there's anything for like composite meshes. I wonder if there's a library for that. Yeah, it seems like a thing. I was hoping we'd just be able to, in some way, just kind of compile things together like that, but I guess not. I was hoping we could like I think we're gonna get polite cat in here. Because I was hoping with grid tiles we could have multiple things, but it seems like we're going to have to model all of them. Which isn't the worst thing on the planet. If we go into... If we go into our world here, grid map. Building for grid map. Here, how do we combine multiple meshes into a grid map? Okay, so you can like put navigation regions and stuff in them. Okay, but it doesn't seem like you can really combine multiple models into the same thing, so I'd have to externally model everything. Cat, yes. Indeed, I do wish to add this cat. Yeah, so it looks like we're like kind of set to single instances, which is okay. I really wasn't planning on doing things on Blender, but if we have to, maybe we have an asset library we can use. I got a grid map. Like placeholder tiles, I guess. Grid map, that's how I'm at. Grid map. I'm wondering if sorry, I'm trying to see if I can find my Godot issue. I submitted one earlier in proposals. I want to see if anyone's responded to that. Cat. Alright, well, I think I'm going to bounce for now, just for a little bit. I'll see what I can get working, because modeling is going to take me forever, and probably going to watch some videos and get some food. But we will be back shortly, because there's a lot going on. Definitely first time going into 3D, so it's very interesting. And yeah, y'all have a wonderful day. We will be back very shortly. I just got to figure out how to cancel this recording here. Oh, here we go. All right. Destinations. There we go. All right. Goodbye.